ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन् ऊतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ महागणपतये नमः। ॐ मेधादेवी जुषमाना नागात् विश्वाची भद्रासु मनस्यमाना त्वया जुष्टानुदमाना दुरुक्तान् बृहद्वदेम विदथे सुवीराः। त्वया जुष्टऋषिर्भवति देवि त्वया ब्रह्मा गतश्री ऋतत्वया त्वया जुष्टश्चित्रं विन्दते वसुसानो जुषस्व द्रविणो न मेधे मेधां म इन्द्रो दधातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विना उभावा दत्तां पुष्करस्रजा अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु च यन्मनः दैवी मेधा सरस्वती सामां मेधा सुरभिर्जुषताम् आमां मेधा सुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगति जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सामां मेधा सुप्रतीकाजुषन्ताम् मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि अग्निस्तेजो ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि इन्द्रियं ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि सूर्यो भ्राजो ददातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशर्षिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थः ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। ॐ नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अशुभानि निराचष्टे तनोति शुभसन्ततिम् स्मृतिमात्रेण यत्पुंसां ब्रह्मतन्मङ्गलं परम् अतिकल्याणरूपत्वात् नित्यकल्याणसंश्रयात् स्मर्तॄणां वरदत्वात् च ब्रह्मतन्मङ्गलं विदुः। ओंकारश्चाथ शब्दश्च द्वावेतौ ब्रह्मणः पुरा कण्ठं भित्त्वा विनिर्यातौ तस्मान् माङ्गलिकावुभौ। ॐ अथ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं padavakya pramanatah व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Today we begin Aitareya Upanishad, Upodghata Bhashyam, and the opening prayers I will chant. Om Vang me manasi pratisthita Mano me vachi pratishthitam Aviravirma edhi Vedasya ma'ani isthaha Shrutam me ma prahasihi Anenadhitena Ahoratran sandadhami Ritam vadishyami Satyam vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu mam Avatu vaktaram Avatu vaktaram Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The Aitareya Upanishad belongs to the Rig Veda. As we are well aware by now, the Vedas are in the form of mantras. And there are rishis who are called mantra drashtaraha, who saw or envisioned these mantras. It was like they were given to them. And here the mantras of this Upanishad was given to the rishi whose name is Aitareya Rishi. The rishi name is Aitareya. And he was also known as Mahidasa, was his other name. Mahi means Prithvi Devi, Prithvi Devi. Dasa is the one who is the devotee, or the devotee of Prithvi. So Aitareya, as we know, is a Tadhita word. So Itarasya, So Itara is the mother's name. The mother's name is Itara. And so he becomes Aitareya. So here, Vedas in general are in the form of mantras, and mantras which are invocations in praise of the various deities, they are called Rik mantras. Mantras that are more connected to rituals. It's like prose and so on, lot of sacrifices. So therefore, yaga based, they are called Yajus mantras. Mantras which had musical intonations to them, which you sing them, they were called Sama chants, Saman chants. So all these mantras, so you find they are, thus you have Rig, Yajus, Sama, and the other types which cater to not praise or not yajna, but they deal with medicines and so on so forth, many other what they call these other shastras where Abhichara Shastra thing, Abhichara mantras and all, lot of things are given in Atharva Veda. So here, when you take a Veda, each Veda has this two portions. So we call this the Samhita portion and the Brahmana portion. The Samhita is where these mantras are, the mantras. Brahmana portion deals with these rituals. All these rituals, so they say that Samhita portion, you learn the Samhita as a brahmachari, the chants, the stuti and all that. So you work with the Samhita, you work with the Brahmana portion, which is all rituals when you are a grahastha. And as the latter part of the Brahmana section of the Veda, the latter part comes Aranyaka and Upanishad. So Aranyaka is when Garhastya is complete, person is older, cannot do rituals anymore, then these rituals are done as a upasana. So there is a lifestyle which focuses, is called upasana pradhana ashrama or vanaprastha ashrama, where karma is gaunam and upasana is pradhanam. And then so that part is called Aranyaka portion. And then that takes you to the last portion called Upanishad. When a person is enough of a upasaka and his karma doesn't hold him at all, he is given to Adhyatmika life. For him then is recommended the fourth lifestyle, sannyasa, which for that what do? You go to the Upanishad. So in the Veda itself, you find on the content of the Veda itself moves the different stages of life of a human being. From brahmacharya to garhastya to being a vanaprasthi to being a sannyasi. It is like integral to the Vedika learning and living Vedika life. This is a Vedic vision and way of life, So here in this thing, we are looking at the four Vedas, and many hundreds of Upanishads are there. But Adi Shankara chose these 10 to give his commentary upon. He selected these 10. We have seen this before. Isha, Kena, Katha, Prashna, Mundaka, Mandukya, Tittirihi, Aitareya, Chandogya, Brihadaranyaka. So these 10 Upanishads he commentated upon. He commentated upon the Bhagavad Gita, and he commentated upon Vyasacharya's Brahma Sutras. His commentaries are called Bhashyam. Okay. So here Rig Veda has this Brahmana portion, at the end of which comes this Aranyaka, and so in this Aranyaka there is a portion from where the Upanishad begins, So he says here, if you see the commentary that I have, Rigvediya Aitareya Brahmana Antargata. So the name of this Brahmana is Aitareya Brahmana Antargata. Inside this Brahmana, like I told you, Samhita, broadly if you were to classify, we say Samhita and Brahmana. Then if you take Brahmana, there you have the Purva Kanda, Uttara Kanda, or Purva section and Uttara section. Purva section deals with the yagas and so on. Uttara section, this link between the Purva and Uttara is Aranyaka, which deals with upasanas before taking the person to Upanishad. And so, it is said, Rigvediya Aitareya Brahmana Antargata Dvitiya Aranyakasya. So in this second Aranyaka, the Aranyaka is the second portion, the latter portion, Aranyaka, Chaturtha Panchama Shashta Adhyaya Bhuta. So in the 4th, 5th and 6th chapters, right, forms the Bhuta is Rupa in the form of 4th, 5th and 6th chapters of the second Aranyaka forms the Aitareya Upanishad. Aitareya Upanishadaha Upodghata Bhashyam. This is the introductory Bhashyam of, therefore Aitareya Upanishadaha, 6th case. It is the Upodghata Bhashyam and introductory Bhashyam of the Aitareya Upanishad, which is of the form Bhuta, Rupa, Upanishad being feminine, therefore Bhuta, which is of the form of 4th, 5th and 6th chapter of what? Dvitiya Aranyakasya, of the second Aranya. Hey, where is the second Aranya? So, Aitareya Brahmana Antargata Dvitiya Aranyakasya Chaturtha Panchama Shashta Adhyaya Rupa Aitareya Upanishadaha Upodghata Bhashyam. So this Aitareya Brahmana, Aitareya Brahmana is where Rigvediya, it belongs to, Rigvediya it belongs to Rigveda. Okay, so this is clear. That is the first line. Rigveda therefore has, we always say, no, Rigveda has Aitareya Upanishad. That is the only Upanishad, one Upanishad we study from the Rigveda. Not that there aren't others, there are Kaushitaki Upanishad, there are other Upanishads. But Aitareya is where Bhashyakara gave a commentary. Then Yajurveda, Shukla Yajurveda, so we have Ishavasya Upanishad and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. These two belong to the Shukla Yajurveda. Then Krishna Yajurveda we have Taittiriya Upanishad, Kathopanishad. Krishna Yajurveda is the common Veda in South, in Tamil Nadu and all. This is the one which you find here, Krishna Yajurveda, Taittiriya and Kathopanishad. Then Samaveda. Samaveda is Kenopanishad and Chandogya Upanishad. Kena and Chandogya. And Atharva Veda is 3 Upanishads, that is the largest, Prashnopanishad, Mundokopanishad and Mandukya Upanishad. These are the 10 Upanishads belonging to the 4 Vedas. So if you look at Atharva Veda, Prashnopanishad, Prashna, Mundaka, Mandukya we have covered. How introductory Bhashyam we have covered, these 3 Upanishads. Come to Samaveda, we covered Kenopanishad, we have not touched Chandogya yet. You come to Yajurveda, we covered Ishavasya Upanishad. We covered Aitareya Upanisad. We have covered Kathopanishad, but we have not touched Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And if you come to Rigveda, we are beginning the Aitareya Upanishad. So with Aitareya Upanishad, we would have covered 8 Upanishads. That will leave us only with Brihadaranyaka and Chandogya. Only these 2 we will be left with. Okay. So these are the 10 Upanishad Bhashyam study. And so very beautifully here we would like to understand that like all other Upanishads, this one has its own Shanti Patha. And a very nice Shanti Patha. I mean, all Shanti Pathas are nice. I also like this one. So what does it say? So can I recite and you will repeat after me? Let's go through the recitation first, then we'll look at the meaning. Om Vang Me.
Om Vang Me.
Manase.
Manase.
Pratisthita.
Pratisthita.
Okay, so 2 times we will now chant. Om Vang Me Manase.
Om Vang Me Manase. Pratisthita.
No, twice.
Om Vang Me Manase.
Pratisthita.
Pratisthita. Pratisthita.
Yeah, so Pratisthita. Th should be more aspirate.
Pratisthita.
Very good. Om Vang Me Manase Pratisthita.
Om Vang Me Manasi Pratisthita. Om Vang Me Manasi Pratisthita.
Mano Me Vache.
Mano Me Vache. Mano Me Vache.
Pratishthitam.
Pratishthitam. Pratishthitam.
Mano Me Vache Pratishthitam.
Mano Me Vachi Pratishthitam. Mano Me Vachi Pratishthitam.
Aviravirma Edhi.
Aviravirma Edhi.
Good.
Aviravirma Edhi.
So A is down, huh? Avi. Aviravirma Edhi.
Aviravirma Edhi.
Good. Again.
Aviravirma Edhi.
Vedasya ma'ani isthaha.
Vedasya ma'ani isthaha.
Vedasya ma'ani isthaha.
Vedasya ma'ani isthaha.
Good.
वेदस्य अनिष्ठः
Very good. Shrutam me ma
श्रुतं मे मा श्रुतं मे मा
prahasihi
प्रहसीः प्रहसीः
anenadhitena
अनेनाधीतेन अनेनाधीतेन
ahoratran
अहोरात्रा अहोरात्रा
sandadhami
सन्दधामि सन्दधामि
ahoratran sandadhami.
अहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि
Good.
अहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि
Ritam vadishyami
ऋतं वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि
satyam vadishyami
सत्यं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि
tanmamavatu
तन्मामवतु तन्मामवतु
tat vaktaramavatu
वक्तारमवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु
avatu mam
अवतु माम् अवतु माम्
avatu vaktaram
अवतु वक्तारम् अवतु वक्तारम्
avatu vaktaram
अवतु वक्तारम् अवतु वक्तारम्
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Very good. So this is the Shanti Patha of Aitareya Upanishad. And here, as with every beginning, Om starts with Om as the Mangala Suchaka word, and then Vang Me. So Me is Mama. Mama Vak. Vang Me is Vak Me. Vak Me Manasi Pratisthita. So Vak is a feminine word, Pratisthita is a feminine word, right? So Manasi, neuter, Manaha Manasi, Manamsi. So Manasi, Saptami. So Mama Vak. So Mama Vak, the Vag Indriya, Madiya Vak, Sarvada Vak, Manasi Antakarane Pratisthita. Let my speech be in keeping with my mind. Let my speech be in keeping with my mind. So, whatever he says, a commentator says, Me mama vak tathokta tattva avidya pratipadaka grantha pathe pravrittam vagindriyam madiya vak sarvada manasi antakarane pratisthita. Manasa yadyat shabdajatam vivakshitam tava patatu. So let my speech be in keeping with my mind. In my studies, in every way, let there be no, as I think, so I speak. We say, no, as I think, so I speak. So even when we study, so what we study is what we live up to, what we own up, what we live to. We cannot talk about what we study truth, but we live falsehood. There needs to be a alignment between what we think and what we understand and how we speak. There needs to be alignment all the way, as sadhana and also as jnanam, both ways, both situations. So, Om Vang Me Manasi Pratisthita. Let my speech abide in my mind. Let my speech abide in my mind. Then what? Mano me vachi pratishthitam. So, manas is neuter word. Therefore, manaha. Therefore, pratishthitam. The subject of pratishthitam is manaha. It is a what you call ta pratyaya. Ta. Let it abide. Let my mind abide where? Vachi, in speech. So vak, vacho, vachaha, vacham, vacho, vachaha, vacha, vagbhyam, vagbhihi, vache, vagbhyam, vagbhyah, vachaha, vachoho, vacham, vachi, vachoho, vakshu. And so vachi. Manasa yadyat shabdajatam vivakshitam tava padatu. Me mama mana antakaranam vachi pratishthitam. Let my mind be in accordance with my speech. Let my mind be in accordance with my speech. Yadyad vidya pratipadakatvena vaktavyam shabdajatam asti tava manasa vivaksyate evam अन्यः अनुगृहीतं वाङ् मनसि विद्यार्थं ग्रन्थं साकल्येन अवधारयितुं शक्नुतः मनसः सावधानत्व अभावे वागीन्द्रियं सुप्त उन्मत्त प्रलापादिवत् यत् कञ्चित् असङ्गतं ब्रूयात् तथा वाचः पाटव अभावे गद्गद रूपया वाचा विवक्षितं यथावत् न उच्चार्यते आवीहि शब्देन अतः तयोः परस्पर आनुकूल्यम् अस्तु इति एव प्रार्थ्यते स्वप्रकाशं ब्रह्म चैतन्यम् उच्यते. See, this is so nice, So, what is in my mind must come to my speech. What is in my speech should align to the mind. Why? Because the reflection of the soul is in the mind first, antakaranam. Then it comes to the vagindriya. Now, when there is alignment, then the words uttered will be clear. The words uttered will be clear. So he says, you will not be baba buying. We say, no, baba buying. So here, a very nice expression Where did that go? Gadgad Rupaya Vacha Patava Abhave. So when there is no patutvam, when there is no what do you call sharpness. Sharpness comes when one is aligned to thought and word. If you allow the words to keep on going, papa papa, that's called Gadgad Rupaya Vacha. One should never lose talk. When one comes to a spiritual life, loose talking doesn't serve. Gossiping, loose talking, and thinking one way, speaking another way, all this is not, doesn't go anywhere in a spiritual life. It removes your energy to move forward, doesn't allow you to move forward in spirituality. Secondly, so speech aligning with mind, then mind also aligning with speech. Without thinking, don't speak, they say, no. Mind must be behind the speech. If mind is not there, then this person is like a sleeping person. Supta unmatta pralapadivat. Yet kanchit asangatam, na bruyat. One should not speak things which are unconnected. You keep on talking, no connection. Mind is not there behind the words. So it's like a sleeping man talking, So, or it is like a unmatta, a crazy person talking. So when you align these two, what happens? When you align, mind is behind every word. Every word is measured and released consciously. Then the Chaitanyam, the radiating self, your consciousness, shines through the clarity of the mind in the clarity of the speech. The clarity of the speech you see in some people is very hard to explain where it's coming from. It's not just oration. People may be very good orators, but they will be bababai, they'll go on and on, they'll start somewhere, they'll end somewhere. No. So, oration is only skill of speech. What about training, discipline, and alignment, integrity of the mind and speech, alignment? If this is there, then when that person talks, every word that emerges becomes a expression of clarity. I saw this in Babaji, my Sitaram Baba, no? He was such a ordinary looking, somebody you won't look twice to see, you don't notice him. And he was looked upon as some beggar, one of these beings who didn't make it in life or whatever, just walking on the streets. That kind of a petite man in rags. But really, when he spoke, even my guru, who is such a poor listener, he's a great speaker, but he is not a good listener to long talks of people. Because he sees all the holes and the lack of cogency in them, and he just doesn't, he patiently may hear, but he finds people not cogent enough. He, 2.5 hours, he sat and listened to Babaji. He will ask him questions just to keep him going. He loved his speech, his words, his all Hindi, eloquence. That's because his soul would shine in every word he spoke, This is called power. This is power of the mind, and that's why they say that when a saint blesses out of his compassion, the mind will go behind the speech. It will not, the speech won't come without the power behind it, you know. Or if he thinks good for somebody, that expresses itself as speech. So the alignment is, that is called simplicity also. In our language we say, this person is so plain. There is no kapat, there is no cover up. It's so plain. It's really true. Children of God are very plain people, very simple people. They are not street smart. They cannot be. They don't know how to be. These are all indicated in these words. Vang me manasi pratisthita, mano me vachi pratishtitam. So when this happens, avihi, avihi. So shabdena ataha तयोः परस्पर आनुकूल्यम् अस्तु इति एवं प्रार्थ्यते. So avihi. So this O, this is vocative case. O Brahman. Where there is alignment, this paraspara anukulyam, when they are mutually aligned to each other, what is that called? That is Swaprakasham Brahma Chaitanyam Uchyate. What you hear then is Brahma Chaitanyam speaking. Atma speaking. The words that come through is Atma talking to you. Bhagavan talking to you. That's why when the Guru talks, when a Siddhar talks, their talking is different from talking of an ignorant person who is not aligned, in thought and word. So this aligned person, when they open their mouth, you just sit there, hey, who is talking? And they say, no, hey, this Bhagavan speaking through this person. Look at the words. Look at the power. Look at the Shakti of the word. Same words, if you speak, it will go push. The same words, when they speak, it opens something because their inner is opened up in their mind and words it comes through. So avihi, so that self-shining Brahman, he says, He Swaprakasha Brahma Chaitanya Atman me madartham avihi edhi avidya avarana apanayanartham prakati bhava. So he says, may you reveal yourself to me. Avihi edhi, O self-shining Brahman, may you shine in my mind and my words the same way. When words, he has come up to the words now, he will definitely reach action also. So mind and words is where the alignment is mentioned here. So avihi, O Brahman, avihi ma edhi. Ma is me. For me, madartham, for me, avihi edhi. So remove the ignorance and prakati bhava. May you reveal yourself to me. Vedasya ma'ani isthaha. So now ani sthaha, anayana samarthe bhavatam. So this is dual. So may my mind and speech, these two, may the mind and speech become capable, may my mind and speech become capable for knowledge. Vedasya, you know. So, hey, it is an address. It is a call to Vang and mind. So, hey, Vang Manase, O speech, mind, may Madhartham for me, may you bring Ani Staha, Ni is to lead, Ani, you know. So, may you lead, may you bring what? May you enable me to the Veda. May you enable me to we have to understand, grasp the truth revealed in the Veda, in the Upanishads. May you help me grasp the truth in the Upanishad. Okay? Because we are concerned with the truth. So this is a prayer to the mind and the speech. Because when you both are aligned, Atma shines through. And so may you both help me, the Jiva. Help me, the Jiva, take me to the knowledge which is inside, in me. Shrutam me ma prahasihi. This is, so important. So may, maya yat shrutam. May is whatever is heard by me. What is heard by you? Guru mukhat adhitam grantham tat artha jatam cha. By Guru Mukha, whatever grantha I studied and also understood the meaning, ma prahasihi. May it not forsake me. May my understanding not reject me. Ma prahasihi. Ha, remember? Ha is tyage. Oha tyage. So, parityaga, parityajatu, ma parityajatu. Hey, how can your understanding, your learning forsake you? You know what? I have a memory loss. So when I get angry, whatever I have learned, I forget. When I see that neighbor, all my Advaita goes down the tubes. So people say, you studying Gita and you behave like this. And people tell us, what do they mean? My understanding doesn't come to serve me. So the prayer is, Maya yat shrutam ma prahasihi. Whatever I have understood, learned from my teachers, Guru, may it not forsake me. Okay. Anena adhitena. Anena adhitena ahoratran sandadhami. So, anena adhitena. Anena means without forgetting. Vismarana rahitena. Without forgetting, anena. Adhitena. Whatever I heard, Guru Mukhat Shrutena. Granthena. Whatever I learned from my Guru Mukha. I have studied without forgetting. Ahoratran sandadhami. May I contemplate upon this truth day and night. Ahoratran. Ahani and Ratrau. Sandadhami. Sanyojayami. May I study day and night what I have learned so I don't forget who I am. If I don't forget who I am, then my mind and speech will align with each other and bring forth my radiant self. Oh, that's what I'm doing for the last 35 years. You may be doing for 35 years, but you remember you only attending your classes every Friday. Rest of the 6 days, 35 years have passed, but the 6 days you don't remember what you have studied. Oh, what do you mean? Well, alasyam parityajya. Give up your laziness. Adhitam grantham nirantaram pathami. Nirantaram. Every day, morning to night, I am aware of the teachings. I remain aligned to the teaching. I see to it that my thought and my speech don't go away from my teachings. That is why it is a tapas. Jnanameva tapaha, it is said. That's why in the Advaita Vedanta tradition, we don't talk about this as a practice. Vedanta is early morning, I do, or if once a week evening I do. It's not a time or a place, or it is every day. Therefore, aho ratran sandadhami ritam vadishyami. So, I think of this, ritam vadishyami. So, whatever I have studied in this text, vadishyami, kathayishyami, I will never speak differently from my learning. Viparita arthavadanam kadachidapi mabhut. The beautiful commentary here. Never should there be any talking, looseness in speech away from the teaching. Mabhut. So, ritam means manasam satyam. What is true? Truth. As I understand the truth. Satyam vadishyami. Again, satya means vyavaharikam. In vyavahara, what is truth? What is truth in terms of the mind, understanding that comes in my speech, mental truth and verbal truth. In vyavahara also, don't say, oh, vyavahara is different and teaching is different. There are people who say that. Teaching is teaching, vyavahara is vyavahara. Don't mix the two. Mix the two. They are not two parallel realities. That's the only reality. This is false. Therefore, cannot say that. Always have ritam in mind in keeping with Shastra and Satyam in your speech in keeping with your mind. Ritam vadishyami, Satyam vadishyami. Then what? Tanmam avatu. Let that protect me. That Brahma Tattvam which I am working for. That Brahma Tattvam in my own heart that I am working for. Mam Shishyam avatu. Avatu samyak bodhena palayatu. Give me good knowledge, give me good understanding. Yeah. So similarly, that Vaktaram avatu. Vakta is my Acharya, my teacher. May that Brahma Tattvam protect my teacher also. Because my teacher is my model of what I want to be. Let him not also slip, no? Let him always inspire me. Let his words always inspire me. And so, to give me this knowledge, that samarthyam, let him always have. Then, having done this prayer, now there is a repetition. When you want this phalam, no, without any badha, again it's repeated. Avatu mam, avatu vaktaram, avatu, avatu, avatu mam, avatu vaktaram, avatu vaktaram. So this is called abhyasartham. So it is repeated. Abhyasaha. This is the repetition is for respect to the guru. So protect me, protect the teacher. Repeat. Protect me, protect the teacher, protect the teacher. So for adara, for respect of the teacher, it is a prayer to Brahma Tattvam. And with that, the prayer is complete. And this Shanti Shabda, as we always say, it is said 3 times. Adhyatmika Adi Daivika Adi Bhautika Rupa Trividha Vigna Prashantyartha Shantihi. And so I will also recite one more time to close the session and then do the closing prayer. Om Vang Me Manasi Pratisthita Mano Me Vachi Pratishtitam Aviravirma Edhi Vedasya Maani Isthaha Shrutam Me Ma Prahasihi Anenadhitena Ahoratran Sandadhami Vritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti Shanti Shanti